Twitch changed their guidelines after topless meta goes viral, as you see in the title. There was a streamer, kind of the main one that was getting pointed out, where she was streaming topless, where you could see pretty much enough to you know be like, yeah, she's not wearing nothing. People pointed it out. People were like, yo, what is going on over at Twitch? We got another crazy situation over at Twitch. Oh, have you guys ever noticed all of like the really crazy things are on Twitch? Do you guys remember that girl that was, you know, streaming? She was having a real good time, if you know what I mean. She ended up getting banned. The whole hot tub meta that was going on, Amaranth in a nutshell, is just a crazy situation in itself. So Twitch has been having a content issue for quite some time now. Remember that girl that gave her their cat? Oh yeah, Linity. Yeah, and threw her cat. People don't seem to be too like up in arms about Linity anymore, but yeah, she's still around. And yeah, she was tossing cats, giving it vodka, and she also had a nip slip at one point. Twitch changed their content guidelines right after this topless meta happened. Twitch is either a weird coincidence or they were just like, all right, we gotta drop it now. It's time, you know, the tits are out already. Let's just drop it. Let's do the new community guidelines. It lasted 24 hours. Twitch is changing its rules around sexual content after increased attention to the so-called topless meta. Several streamers went viral in early December for streaming while being perceived as topless, with creative framing like a low-cut tube top or a nipple covers and improperly positioned camera. Perfectly placed camera, mind you. The streamer maintained the illusion of being naked while live on Twitch. One streamer and OnlyFans model who goes by Morgpie online was banned by Twitch after a topless stream, but the ban was for off-screen boob clapping. What are we reading? Man, what a way to start the stream. Like the hot tub meta of 2021 and booby streamers before that, people are once again angry at successful women on the internet. The virality around the incident, as it has been in the past, was ignited by the belief that women use their looks and sex appeal to gain an unfair advantage over other streamers. Okay, I'm gonna have a spicy take. I don't think it's a big deal that people use their looks to grow on the internet, depending on how you do it, right? There's like two ways you can go about it, you know what I mean? You know, if you got it, you know you got it. Sometimes it can be used in not great ways, and some people really don't like it. Like on Twitch, like there are streamers who feel that there's an unfair advantage of attractive women online taking viewers away from them. And the thing is, I don't think that those viewers would have been viewers anyway, you know what I mean? They already knew what they were looking for. But I know how it can feel as like you're trying so hard to grow, and like you see somebody who's super attractive and they just grow because they got it, you know, like they got the looks, and it can feel unfair, you know? So like my thing is like I understand why people feel like it's unfair. I guess if you got it, and you want to use it, I guess, like, you know, you're in the full rights to do so to an extent. I mean, you know, I think that pushing guidelines and stuff like that is a little bit too much, you know, like pushing real hard to get banned, but at the same time, you get banned, you get attention, fan subscriptions. Hey, being banned ain't such a bad thing. Oh, I lose 3 days of being able to stream, but hey, I get more money on my own. You know, I don't think that they care about being banned, and that's why they do it. So the topless meta, a phrase established by the Twitch community for the particular trend, is not as widespread as it might seem. Given the oversized response at the time of writing, several streamers are topless on Twitch, but they can account for just a fraction of the just chatting category. But Twitch was forced to respond this week by clarifying and adjusting its rules for sexual content on the platform. The company is also going further, dropping some restrictions on sexual content but keeping it in other labels like gambling or drugs and alcohol off the Twitch homepage. So basically trying to open up the doors for this type of content, but with labels and, you know, artistic stuff. Of course, you have a bunch of people who immediately see holes and flaws in this new guidelines. And of course, you know, people are going to take advantage of it. Under the new changes, Twitch will now allow streamers to broadcast content that is deliberately highlights breasts, buttocks, or pelvic regions, even when fully clothed. According to an FAQ published Wednesday, the company admitted its earlier policies made it hard for streamers to know what's on policy and what's against the rules. In addition, the former sexually suggestive content policy was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized, Twitch said. So basically, Twitch felt like they were being a little too heavy-handed on the sexual content. Likewise, streamers can write on their bodies something that aligns with Twitch's body art policies. Sometimes Twitch viewers pay streamers to write something like their name on a streamer's body. Strip teases are also now allowed with sexual content labeled, as well as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing. Streamers can't stream inside a strip club, however. Already, that is a huge difference from being banned for, you know, showing a little bit too much to now being able to basically like dirty dance, you know what I mean? And literally strip tease and stuff like that. As long as you're not in a strip club, you can bring the club to your house, but you can't bring Twitch to the club. There's a difference. Twitch's new policy change also benefits artists on the platform, as Twitch now allows people to stream drawings with a focus on fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted sexual body parts, regardless of gender. And this is where the advantage people had taken. Literally, once Asmongold found out, the first thing he did was draw a dick. Like live nude figure drawing, this needs the sexual theme label. However, an art of fiction is still not allowed. They're really skirting the line of what's okay. So you guys get an idea of what was going on over on Twitch. Like basically, like they opened a huge floodgate of the crazy things that you can do on Twitch now. You know, you can draw dicks, you can draw basically the filthiest thing you can think of, as long as it's drawn in animation, except for boundaries. But of course, people kept pushing and pushing and pushing to see how far they could get. They already changed their policy. First, we want to make clear that some streamers, in response to this update, created content that was in violation of our new policy. We worked quickly to remove that content and issue channel enforcements. There also was a great deal of new content that was allowed under the updated policy. Much of the content created has been met with community concern. These are concerns we share. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. So effective today, we are rolling back the artistic changes moving forward. Depictions of real or fictional won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature rated games. And like people said, this was literally the fastest Twitch has ever done anything regarding their policy changes. They are usually slow as snails and molasses going uphill in November. They rolled this back so quick that like if you slept today, you wouldn't even know what happened. In my opinion, this is going to mark a section of history of Twitch. And in my opinion, I genuinely think that the reason that they rolled this back, not so much of the community concern, to which I think that's part of it, but I genuinely think the advertisers probably like were shaking. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is really adult, man. So I genuinely think that advertisers had a huge part in this. Also, did Twitch have that rumor where like dudes got banned for showing but girls didn't? Like that whole thing where Twitch were like favorite. Oh yeah, no, there's a huge favoritism issue over on Twitch. It's a hard thing to say without sounding like you're accusing them, but I do genuinely see less action taken towards certain female streamers rather than certain male streamers. However, I do see favoritism on both sides. I feel like certain streamers on both spectrums, there are favoritism, but it is more noticeable with the female streamers that Twitch seems to have a weird favoritism. The Twitch policies have changed already. It was literally a one-day thing. It seems like the topless meta happened, and then boom, here's the new content guidelines, and then boom, people taking super advantage of the new policy and making the most raunchy shit possible. And then here we are back to the beginning where it all started. Did anything change? No, we just have a weird blemish in Twitch's history. Twitch, again, having weird decision making. Don't know how to read a room. Good job, Twitch. You did a good job again. Try again next time.